If you were a real hero, you would listen to Ultraman and watch this video about what I've drawn this week. Hi, I'm Mark, and Subliteral Network is my channel. I make art and comics, and thank you for coming by. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what I've posted on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, which I post every day there during the week. And remember to hit like and subscribe, and to leave your feedback in the comments. This is a Slave Leia cosplayer that I drew back. There was a time when people were just bitching and moaning about, there's all the cosplayers are filling up the conventions, and it's immoral, and they're just here, but they don't know anything, they're not real fans, and all that kind of crap that people would say, which I never cared about. I mean, it's something as dumb as a comic book convention where we all go, and it's kind of loopy and wacky to start with, and you got to go running around in a slave bikini. That's just not the most unusual thing that's going to happen there. So I just did this as kind of a goofy Slave Leia picture. This is the full version of that Slave Leia picture, because people were also, they used to get mad because like big fat girls were dressing up as these various fantasy and science fiction heroines, and that was just the damn funniest thing to me. So I said, what if I had just a picture full of fat girls dressed up as a bunch of just a bunch of fat girl cosplayers, and just stick Slave Leia right there in the middle. I did it, and I didn't expect to show it anywhere, but one day I just said, let's just post it. Yeah, there was a 3D version of the Addams Family that was put out in 2019, and Morticia Addams was really something in that movie because, she was really beautifully, just beautifully made, and she looked a lot like the original Charles Addams drawings that he did, but they added something to it and gave her a lot more kind of three-dimensionality. And they put like a little booty on her, which was, if you watch this movie, she is so tall and thin and skeletal, but she's just got this incredible shape, and it's gorgeous. It's really a very good-looking animated character. And this is I just threw just a little color on it before I posted it. I just stuck a blue back there, blue background, blue on the dress, and I still like it. The sword in the 1960s TV show, Morticia often did fencing with Gomez, which is one of the things they did as a couple. And so I always picture her kind of with a rapier, and she would go around to her rose bushes with a giant pair of scissors and just cut all the blossoms off of it. That's just one of the things I remember from the TV show, so I just kind of added it all in to my picture, which appeared, I posted it on Halloween because it was the only Halloween picture I had. This is the Red Guardian from Marvel Comics. Appeared, I think, in the early Avengers episodes, like back in the late 60s. Originally was like a big giant buff Russian guy. In the 1970s, she appeared in the Defenders comics, and they made her into a woman at the time. But she did not look like this. I drew her as a gigantically buff woman, and I like this is the version that I posted online. And next, you're seeing the full version of the picture. I posted the small part just because I thought it had a little more impact if you're looking at it on a small screen, but this was the large size. This is the pencil stage of Night Vale, who is one of Bill Black's Femforce characters, who Night Vale was always one of the hardest characters of that whole group for me to draw, because she's got like a lot of stuff going on. She's got like a giant flowing cape. She's got the hood on, there's hair that has to come out of it, she's got these stockings, and her costume isn't exactly like skin tight. It's kind of, there's folds and stuff in it, it's like kind of loose. And there's a shiny belt and the little tiny skulls, and then she has to look good doing all this stuff. Which was a lot, for me, it just was a lot of elements that if you screw one up, the whole drawing looks bad. And I've drawn her about 4 or 5 times on this craft paper, and this is like the 4th version, and this is the one that I became satisfied with, and the one I'm gonna finish off. This is a pencil drawing of Arna the Savage, which is just kind of a character I made up for some mini comics that I was doing. And this was supposed to be the cover. But this is actually what ended up being, on the cover of the mini comic. And what I ended up doing was to finish off that drawing in ink, and she kind of made it onto the facing page of the inside. I might, what I really want to do is redo the drawing and do kind of a nice, more finished kind of version of it. But I kind of like the way the pencil one came out, and maybe it'll end up being the cover of something else.